Okay, boom. So look, hi, my name is Shilly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My skin looks weird when I do this. Is it because it's? Do I need to switch moisturizer? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, look. So my name is Shilly. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. All of that good stuff. That great stuff. You know what I mean? Um, I want to keep it brief today. I need a haircut. I need to go see my barber. You know what I mean? I feel good. It's Monday. You know what I mean? It's a good start to the week. I feel sensational. I feel great. Ready to get things done. You know what I mean? Ready to follow through. This week is going to be very interesting because I'm going to be leaving my job. And I don't share my profession. I'm not going to share my profession with you guys. I'll keep that separate, the professional and the personal and so on and so forth. But a lot of changes are coming, to say the least. A lot of changes are going to be coming in terms of me, myself, professionally, personally, lifestyle, and good, bad. Like, it's a mix. Life is always a mix, right? You always take the sugar with the salt and the salt with the sugar. So, um, yeah, it just be like that. You know what I mean? It just be like that. But I wanted to actually just share some thoughts that have been on my mind recently because um, as I'm changing certain like paths in my career, and as my career evolves and certain projects are being edited and in post production and getting ready for release, um, sorry, so yeah, as things are getting ready for release and things are changing, and I find myself realizing certain things, right? It's like one of the most my dogs jump on me. It's terrible. I don't know what this is. I swear this is clean. um Look, man, as time goes and as things change, I'm realizing certain things. And one thing I'm realizing specifically is um it's time for me to sort of step into being a founder of a company. You know what I mean? This is um I've been running from it for so long just because, and I'm gonna be real with you, I just didn't want the responsibility, and I didn't want to have to put in the work in terms of running my own company. And this is Creative South I'm talking about. It's a, I designed Creative South to be something different. I'm not gonna say yet. I'll leave that for like a panel discussion or whatever. But Creative South was supposed to be a production company, to say the least. To say the least. And with certain things changing in life, I'm realizing I'm being called more and more and more to actually dive and sort of pour more of myself into Creative South. You know what I mean? I'm being called to sort of to lead Creative South to become something. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I don't know how to feel about that, solely because I don't know if I want that responsibility, but at the same time, I'm realizing I don't have a choice. I have to. Now, what that means is essentially I have to step into certain roles, or I feel like I have to step into certain roles, which is also why I'm kind of going harder on the content creation side, because I'm realizing I want to step into the founder content. You know what I mean? I want to step into the POV or 20, you know, something-year-old building a production company. You're da 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 building this or trying to scale this, and. I've always stayed away from the commercial side of things just because I don't necessarily enjoy commercial work. It's fun, it pays really well, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. But I also understand that, you know what I mean? When things change, you have to sort of sacrifice for the better. And if that means that I have to do more work that I don't necessarily enjoy, that's completely fine. You know what I mean? And what essentially I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is, I'm sort of getting ready to leave the 9 to 5 realm and sort of push on my own in terms of like, my own sort of startup, whether it's like a media startup or whatever it is, my own ideas. I'm getting ready to push those, and I have to step into the founder role and step into the founder content, which is what you're going to see a lot of. You know what I mean? In the next couple of days, months, weeks, years, whatever it is, however long it takes, you know what I mean, to get to $100 million. Yeah, and one thing that I'm realizing, essentially, like the reason I'm having this whole thing is because I'm just kind of realizing as well that, like, with that sort of founder content, or with this new undertaking that I'm taking on in terms of building a production company by myself, by the way. So I actually have to go and find a team, but I have to get profitable, and I have to figure that out. I have to navigate that. One thing I'm realizing is, because I'm based in Namibia right now, you know what I mean? Dog hair, dog hair. I'm based in Namibia right now. I realize now that it is also kind of idealistic to think that you can work for somebody else for most of your life and just make a lot of money doing that. That's not how the world works, you know what I mean? And I've known this, but I've just run from the truth of it. You know what I mean? The truth is, if you want to be great, if you want to build something great, if you want to be a part of something great, you have to build it yourself. And me being in Namibia, where, like, it's, you know, the population is tiny, the media infrastructure is tiny, it's very informal, it's very underdeveloped. It means if I want to build something great, I cannot wait anymore. There's no more working for someone else or da 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 da. I have to do it myself. I have to build these systems myself. And I have to show people that it can be done for them to follow suit and believe in me, and then sort of, you know what I mean, champion that, and then, you know, find how to make revenue and generate revenue by myself, and then, you know what I mean, scale it. And that's where I'm at right now. Essentially, that's the whole purpose of this video, is I'm trying to also maybe just sift through to see who watches this and see, you know, who can resonate in terms of being a founder of a company. Because we have tech founders, you know what I mean? We have agriculture founders and culinary and this and, you know what I mean, economics and finance and so on and so forth. But, like, we have people who start media companies, yeah, but, like, the reason why I just never bothered to do it or to follow through with it is just because what I'm trying to do still no one has, and I've left it for years, you know what I mean, and still no one has created the foundations or the blueprint that I'm looking to create. So I think now it's just like, with a quick, you know, this sudden change in my lifestyle and careers, I'm realizing, okay, maybe it's time to step into now actually being a proper founder. Maybe it's time to actually build this company, you know, Creative South, this production distribution company, whatever you know what I mean, that you planned it to be. Maybe this is a reminder to myself, to my future self as well, to keep going, you know, and understand that, like, yes, okay, you've come this far, but it's time for you to sort of, you know, push it even further, you know, because I'm capable of so much more. And so now I'm just in the space where it's like, okay, cool, Namibia becoming the country that it's becoming, you know what I mean, how do we position ourselves as artists, you know, as curators, as people building platforms and pioneers and so on and so forth in the media industry, in the arts industry, in the creative industry? How do we position ourselves in a more pan-African manner, in a pan-African sort of orientation, so that we can provide value, but also generate income from the value that we provide, not only for other Namibians, but for, you know, other Africans as well, looking to do certain things. So um, yeah, it was just a quick thing that I wanted to build on. I'm also just kind of getting into the hang of of sharing my ideas, you know what I mean, and just, like, just speaking. So think of this as, like, you know, one of those, what are they called, the experiment thingies, where, like a rejection, maybe this is rejection therapy, so that I can get used to sort of speaking on camera, and you know, but yeah, it's also just sort of like a statement in terms of, like, the direction that I want to go with the content that I'm going, more behind the scenes stuff in meetings, planning, and putting stuff together, you know, before you actually see the art and whatnot. But this is just an idea that I've had, and I'm pretty sure that other people can relate to this as well, in terms of the whole, like, no one's coming to save us. The world is changing really fast, and no one's coming to save us. No one is coming to save you. You know what I mean? Unless you have a big fat trust fund, like, oof, I love that for you. But if you don't, like, you need to get this shit out the mud yourself. And one thing that I'm realizing as well, I don't know if anyone else resonates with me, but um, me going in between the 9 to 5 and freelancing, I'm realizing, like, damn, maybe I should just work for myself and freelance, and scale this company and turn it into my own brain baby, instead of trying to slot myself into, you know, I don't know, like a mega structure, you know, because at the end of the day as well, like, you're not really executing your own dreams, you're fulfilling the wishes and the dreams of someone else that you might not even know that well. So um, It's just something that I've been thinking about for a while. So until next time, peace and love.